Hello and welcome back to Diary of My Frugal Life. My name is Louisa. I live in southeast of England with my adult son, and on my channel I share everything about my frugal life. Today is Monday and this is the beginning of my Cooking with Me Meals of the Week video. Now it is Monday, Bank Holiday Monday, and I spent my bank holiday mostly in bed because I've had another onset of hay fever. I've been feeling quite poorly today, and yeah, I'm getting a little bit better now, but yeah, it's quite bad, my hay fever. So and for that reason I changed well, I didn't change, I'm swapping the meal plan. I was supposed to make chicken skewers today, but because that does take a little bit more prep, I am going to make tomorrow's recipe, and I'm swapping both. And the recipe I'm making is based on a Portuguese recipe, that is carne porca portuguesa, and is my own recipe with my own twist. So it's not the original recipe, is the one with my twist, because that's what I like to do. I like to put my twist on my own the recipes. Now I'm not going to make a lot of food. I only bought two pork loin steaks. I don't want to make loads to have or in the freezer or anything, so this will be perfect for us for today. I'm gonna dice the meat. I'm going to dice some potatoes. Probably not diced, but I will see, because I'm making the potatoes myself. I will see what's going to happen with the potatoes. And I'm going to season the pork with the Portuguese pepper paste. And I always like to add carrots and onion and garlic as well. I'm thinking of adding red pepper. I think I have red pepper in the freezer, and if I do I might add as well, but usually I don't, but I want to try just adding a little bit more. I will add olives as well. So yeah, it's going to be a nice one pot recipe. I'm not sure whether I'm going to film everything or not. It really depends how I feel. But I've made this recipe many times on my channel, so if you go to previous videos, meals of the week videos, I'm sure I've got this recipe filmed already, so you might remember seeing these because we like it, we eat it a lot. So yeah, well, we'll see how I feel. I put my potatoes to fry in the oven. We've been loving the French fries, homemade French fries. It's been great. But my son is helping me to cut the potatoes because I find it quite hard to use the potato cutter. And he decided that he likes them a bit smaller, like instead of longer, so he wants them shorter. So it's deciding I don't care, so they are a little bit short on the size, but they are French fries anyway. We like them. Yeah, it's been great. Now I'm going to start with the meat, adding some olive oil because we're going to fry the meat. The first thing we're going to do is to add the onion and the garlic. I've got them over here diced. Now, I do have a lot of vegetables for the amount of meat I've got, but that's fine because I do want to try to add more vegetables to my food anyway, so, you know, that's not a bad thing for me. Hopefully you can hear me. I have to have the pan extractor on, but I just want to explain to you how I make these recipes. So I've got the onion and garlic here, so now it's ready for the meat. I diced the meat as well. Now I like to use the pork steaks because I don't love fat on my meat, but the usual cut for these recipes, definitely not loin steaks, but that's just because I like these. If you do with the pork leg, yeah, usually kind of what people use, but it's not a cut that I like the most. And now I'm going to add my pepper paste. Because the pepper paste is already seasoned, I am not going to add any salt. Now, I just had some leftover. It was fine, I don't need more. I'm going to add white wine in here and shake. Like half of the pot. I'm going to shake. Just going to as I say, this is my version of this recipe, it's not the original, but I like how I make it. I'm now going to add the carrots and the red pepper, and I also had some chili. Now again, I don't have loads because otherwise it's going to be very overwhelmed with vegetables, and I really don't want to add too much vegetables. Now I'm going to add the rest of this. I'm going to allow the meat and the vegetables to cook. Okay, I hope you can see. I'm going to start adding the potatoes with the meat. Just showing you how the meat looks like, and it's got some sauce as well. So you know, it's ready for the potatoes, and the potatoes are already fried in the oven, and I am going to add them. Now, I did not season my fries because they're going to get all the seasoning from the meat. It is Tuesday and I'm here to make dinner. Today we are eating chicken skewers with French fries. Yes, I couldn't remember what I was going to make. Now, my son is in football. I'm going to eat later today because also I had a late lunch, so that means I'm not hungry yet, and I was just editing some videos, so it is quite late. I'm going to use 2 chicken breast fillets I have. A green pepper I got free from Olu yesterday, 1 onion, and I'm also going to use some bacon. And I'm making the skewers. I'm going to put them in the oven, and I'm also going to make my homemade French fries. First thing, I'm going to prepare the vegetables. Now today I'm going to try to cut this in a different way to see if that helps with the onion. It might not help, I might be doing something completely wrong, but I'm just trying. Just trying to get the pepper ready. Just want a few chunks. What we don't use I will put in the freezer if they haven't touched the chicken. Okay, got the fresh bread. I'm gonna put it aside. Slices of bacon, they're probably enough. Don't need loads of bacon, but I think it's gonna give a nice touch to the chicken. I'm gonna start with these, and then if I need more, I'll add more. But again, because I don't want the chicken to touch, the raw chicken to touch, the food, because you can contaminate. So yeah, we just need to try to be as safe as possible when we are preparing our food at home as well. So I'm going to just cut a few chunks of chicken. I'm ready to start getting the skewers done. I've got my tray. See if I can show you better. Zoom out a little bit. So I want to try, well, I like to start with the onion. I was trying to see if I could put, yeah, I think that way the onion is better, definitely. Onion, a little bit of green pepper. Now, how am I going to I'm really liking these. Just going to put these things away, and we're going to start seasoning the skewers. I'm sure you already guessed. The first thing I'm going to do is to add some olive oil. Now let's add some salt. Some black pepper. And then just use whatever you want. I'm going to add some paprika, chili, and I'm going with some oregano. No, not oregano. Oh, coriander. Oh my god. And now I am going to add some white wine. Gonna put this in the oven. Today is Wednesday and there's a change of plan. I went to IKEA today, this evening. I arrived quite late, so I needed something easy and simple. So I swapped my meal plan and I made some nachos. We are going to eat these. It is Thursday and I'm starting to make dinner. I am going to make gnocchi with tomato sauce. So I defrosted these. I had it in the freezer and I defrosted it in the morning. I put it in the fridge to defrost. And now I'm going to make my homemade tomato sauce. You've got the recipe here, but today I'm also adding 1 onion, just is because it's with the gnocchi and I just want a little bit something, so I'm gonna add onion. I'm also going to add some chili. It's still a bit frozen, but by the time I am going to blend everything, you'll be fine. I'm just peeling some garlic, and of course I need to add loads of garlic because I love garlic. Now I am serving the gnocchi with garlic bread, and as you may have noticed, I have not bought garlic bread from the store because, okay, I don't know if you ever looked at the ingredients of garlic bread, and I do love garlic bread, okay, so don't worry. I was one of those that for years I bought garlic bread without looking at the ingredients, without reading what I was putting inside my body. And I realized that actually the garlic bread I was buying, I don't know if it's the same with all. I was buying the cheapest one because I am frugal. I need to buy things that are on a budget. And that one didn't have any butter. It was just palm oil, okay? That's, for me, it's not garlic bread. Garlic bread needs to have proper butter. Just needed to wash the garlic. And now I'm just filling the onion. So yes, I am not going to make the bread today because I was lucky enough to have received early this week some olive bread from Olio. It was free and the ingredients are not too bad for olive bread. Getting my onion washed. So yes, I am going to make the garlic butter, and I am going to spread the garlic butter on the olive bread and put it in the oven, and then add some grated cheese on top. That's what I'm planning to. I need some tomato. I need a can of chopped tomatoes for my sauce. I'm not showing you because I have this recipe. There's a recipe on a short and also in plenty of my videos, so I'm just using the time to be talking to you, basically. I hope you don't mind about that. I know this is a cooking with me, but you know, you've got this recipe for a long time, you know, it's not a new recipe. So I just need to add the seasoning and olive oil. Getting the tomato puree. So easy to put together, so easy to make your homemade tomato sauce. There's definitely no need to buy any tomato sauce from the store full of things that are not great for yourself. So I'm going to start heating up my pot, and I'm going to add my tomato sauce straight in. And now now going to add the gnocchi. I'm just going to stir these a little bit. Now I've got some leftover sauce here, so I'm going to add some water. I'm going to boil the water, then I'm going to shake it and add the rest of the tomato, because I don't want to waste any of this good tomato sauce. Showing you, I'm adding a little bit of water. You don't need loads of water. Gonna close carefully. It needs to be very well closed because you don't want to spill this hot water. I'm gonna shake. And you can see all this goodness can now go inside the pot, if I can open it. Now I'm struggling to open it. Much better. Okay, I'm going to allow these to boil for a few minutes. I know gnocchi doesn't need to cook for a very long time. However, mine is still a little bit frozen. So it's a good idea to ensure that the temperature is very hot. Okay, this is the bread I've got. I'm going to cut a few slices. I love olive bread. I'm going to cut 4 slices, so it's going to be 2 for each. I think it's going to be great and enough. We don't need more. Okay. And I'm just going to prepare the garlic bread, the garlic butter. I want some cheese both for the gnocchi and for the garlic bread. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to grate some cheese and then I will spread it for what I need. But I do want to add some grated cheese on top of my gnocchi when I plate it up. It will be great. And I'm going to use some cheddar and some hard cheese because I also have. So I'm going to mix both cheeses because why not? Great. It's Friday and I'm starting making dinner. I just went shopping because on Sunday we are going to have a picnic, as I explained on my last shopping video, and I'm not going to show you what I bought on a different video, but I might make like let's prepare a picnic with me video if I'm in the mood tomorrow. We'll see. If I am, I will definitely do that with you. But yes, it is a little bit later than usual. I'm gonna make quiche today. I've got my potatoes ready to be in the oven to make my oven French fries. I can't speak today, sorry, I'm tired. And I just saw something dirty and I need to clean this up. Because I bought some crackers and I was putting them into my pot. I've got a biscuit pot here in the kitchen where I put my crackers. And yes, I made a mess and I need to clean it. Sorry. So, I am going to make a quiche. I have some leftover bacon I want to use. Got some cream. I've got the leftover egg white I need to use. Of course, I'm going to add some more eggs on it. I'll add cheese. I'll probably add some more things, but we'll see. The first thing I need to do is the pastry, because it is 7:15 and I still have not made my pastry. Now, the pastry is the same I make for my pies. I'm just going to quickly do it and then I show you how I assemble the quiche. I think that's the best way to be quicker with my video and with myself as well today. I've made my dough and I put it to rest in the fridge. It's been there for 15 minutes, and in the meantime I diced the bacon and some chorizo slices. I also beat one egg with one egg white and a single cream. I seasoned with salt, pepper and nutmeg. I also want to add some black olives, so they're here. I will need some cheese. I will need to grate some cheese, but I can grate it later. And now I'm just going to roll the dough and put it here in my quiche tray. Here is my dough. Just roll to the dough. Should have rolled a little bit more. Okay, just need to stretch it, but it's okay. I've got some here. I try to make less than my recipe, because if I make the 225 grams of flour, I always have more dough than I need for this tray. So I only did 190 grams of flour. So of course I had less butter, I had less of everything. But you know, I can still, yeah, it's fine. It's actually alright. I could have done like 195 to be fair, but I can still stretch this bit. You just need to ensure that, you know, your filling stays in, but that's fine. So I'm gonna spread my bacon. I could have cooked the bacon. I should have cooked the bacon. I'm gonna quickly cook the bacon because I know. So I cooked my bacon because I don't think it would be any good if I didn't cook it. So yeah. So it's still a bit hot. I did it in the air fryer. Just put the bacon there. He did it in its own fatness, because of course there's lots of fatness in there. So I'm just going to add these bits first before I add the bacon. I'm not going to add any veggies in this quiche because I'm not fancying it. Sometimes you just want something different, don't you? And you know, yes, I can eat veggies, I can eat salad, I can eat a little bit of fruit, but sometimes I don't want to. Yeah, today is the day. I'm sure it's gonna be delish. I'm gonna try to add the bacon, however it's a bit hot and I just don't want it to make the pastry soggy. I should have done this before. Lack of planning today. I should have cooked the bacon beforehand so it was cool. My planning didn't go to plan today. I know, it happens. Oh. I'm sure it's gonna be fine. And I'm starving, so you know I really want this to be made quickly. It's been one of those days today. I'm starving. I want to eat. I'm tired, and food is not going to plan. So yay! Let's add the egg mixture. I'm sure it will be fine, you know. I don't mind. I'm just tired today. I was supposed to work from home, but due to something that happened at work and I can't really share with you, I had to go in today. And yes, I was really looking forward for my work from home Friday. I like to work from home on Friday. Not sure if that can happen in the next few weeks. Oh well, it is what it is. If I can't, I can't, you know. It's not gonna be the end of the world. I just feel like when I'm working from home, I can definitely have a little bit of downtime and work-life balance. I just don't want myself to become that miserable person I was in my previous job because there was so much to do. And don't get me wrong, my job is still not easy. There's a lot of responsibility. So yeah, I just need to find my own balance. I'm gonna put this in the oven and I'm gonna start preparing the potatoes. So I got this spinner in IKEA on Wednesday. I couldn't remember when was it. Wednesday. So I'm going to try it for the first time today. And not with vegetables, with my fries. So I know I need to drain. At the moment I'm just going to use it to drain. But that's, yeah, that's me being lazy. I'll have to drain first. Now let's see if we can do the spinning. Oh. Does it spin? Maybe I can't spin. Oh my god. Because I should be able to let it spin. How do you use these? I see people using these so easily and I can't. All I want is to make sure I dry my potatoes. Well, there's water there. I saw someone on Instagram raving about the spinner for the potatoes. So I really hope it makes a difference. Because I've been using a tea towel every time and it just adds to my laundry. So if I can use these, it would be better for me. Oh, there's definitely water. Okay. So I need to season these I'm going to season here because I don't want this white plastic to become red with the seasoning. That's the thing. Because we all know plastic takes all the color, isn't it? I'm gonna use my small tongs.